Now, this video that we're about to dive into, this is actually a listener submission. This is a good old listener submission by probably my favorite listener, Austin Volner 3101. You know, this guy is practically responsible for this entire production. This guy, he supports the show in a way that nobody else supports. You know what I mean? He paid for all this shit. This guy bought so much merch, it paid for all of this. The whole move, everything is all thanks to him. Austin, if you're listening, I greatly appreciate it. You know, $50,000 for all of this? My man. This guy is practically an executive producer of the show now. So thank you, Austin, for submitting this. This guy sends me clips. He fucking pays my rent, my electricity bill. He's been paying my internet for the past 5 years, this guy. So, I mean, it's not just the show. I practically owe this guy everything. So I also owe him for this beautiful clip of Francis. Francis here has done what not many other YouTubers have done. You see, normally these YouTubers, they blow up, they get a little bit of a following, they start trying to flex their nuts and stuff like that, which is weird. It's like if you blow up and it's all thanks to like your audience, to me, it's like the weirdest thing in the world to like then go like, hey guys, I want to show you guys my $10 million mansion that I just bought all off of the backs of you guys, man. You know, it's like weird to do that. But you see it all the time. These YouTubers are buying mansions. They're buying like Ferraris and Lambos, you know. They get themselves nice little OnlyFans girlfriends like Jack Doherty, you know. Jack Doherty just got his chain snatched. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker's struggling right now. But these guys, they flaunt their shit in like the most typical, cheesy way that you could possibly think about it. Not my man Francis. Not him. Not him. No. Not him. Francis is putting them all in their goddamn places. And how is he doing that? I'll tell you how right now if you just give me a fucking second to talk. He does it by buying a train. This guy buys a whole ass train. Now, if you're somebody who's like a new listener to the show or you're not familiar with Francis is like the biggest train enthusiast that you've ever met. Now, there are other guys out there that probably know more. There are other guys out there that probably have more. But none of them have the same passion and vigor and like just the sheer giddiness and enthusiasm that this guy has, just being in the presence of a goddamn train. Like this, if he's on a bridge and a train passes underneath and it's got a smokestack, this guy is like the happiest dude. He's like a kid on a water slide. He gets hit with that smokestack. He's like, oh, you know, it's wild. So Francis puts all the other YouTubers that are flexing to shame by buying his own train, a whole train. Now, let's give it a watch. Thank you, Austin.
Good morning, folks. You join me on board a Caledonian sleeper carriage, and I've just arrived into Glasgow.
That's like a fucking horror movie, is it not? Watch that again. He goes, I just arrived into Glasgow. I've waken up on the sleeper car train. I'm just arriving into Glasgow. And he goes to open the window of the train to show you Glasgow, right? But he does it in the most creepiest way. This guy has like a 9mm lens. It's wide as hell. And when you get real close up on a real wide lens, shit starts looking fucking crazy. And this guy looks scary as hell. Watch this.
Glasgow.
And then it raises, you know what I mean?
It's quite an interesting journey to be honest.
If there was some creepy music behind that, Jesus Christ, I would be scared out of my mind. Like, imagine if he was in one of those sleeper cars that, like, it was like a couple of people in it. You wake up and, like, this asshole is sitting. He's like, aren't you excited to be on the train, mate? I'd be like, whoa. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? But I like his look. I love his look. Like, he's kind of doing like a little bit of a Mark Zuckerberg thing going on here with like the chain. You guys see Mark Zuckerberg in this his latest episode of this past weekend with The Oven? Theo Vaughn, The Oven, right? If you smush together Theo's first and last name, it's like it spells like the oven, you know? So if in Mark's latest interview with the oven, he had crisp ass plain white tee, a nice ass gold chain, but it was thin. See, Mark did it. Mark is kind of right on that. You know, like if you're gonna have that much fucking money, to have a chain period is like ridiculous. You know, this guy's a billionaire. It's like that's not what billionaires do. They're not flaunting like big ass rings and like chains and pendants and like spinner rims. It's like not what they do. But if you were gonna have a chain as a billionaire, having a thin one like Mark Zuckerberg had on in that episode would be the way to do it. Then he had these thick, nerdy, stupid ass fucking Ray-Bans on, which I happen to wear every single episode. These are actually a pair of Meta Ray-Bans right here. They got the cameras on them and stuff, the thick old daddy legs on them, you know, keep them nice and snug on your head. I actually love these things, I'm not gonna lie. As much as I like to talk shit about the Zuck, you know, cuck, the Zuck, the cuck, you know, as much as I like to talk shit about them, I love these glasses. I always have loved these glasses since the day I was born. Now watch, Francis over here, scary as hell, loving the look. And then he's got, check this out. Look at that. Let's go a couple frames over. See if we could get a better one. Look at his earring. There it is. See that earring right there? And look at the evil. He's so evil, Francis. Oh my God. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is scary, dude. Don't let that, all this nice shit. I'm nice on the train, mate. I love me train so much, mate. Don't let him fool you with that. This guy will tie up a woman, have her in the trunk of a goddamn car, and sink that goddamn car to the bottom of a lake so goddamn fast, dude. And then with that earring in there too, like that's scary. And this is funny. I grew up in the 90s. I'm an 89 baby, you know, so I'm not an 80s baby. I'm a 90s baby. And in the 90s, you had the earring on the left-hand side. That meant you were straight. You had straight. It meant you were straight, not stray. Stray sounds a little weird. If you had the earring on just the right, meant you was gay as hell, boy. Meant you was gay as hell. Back then, that's what it was like. If you had the earring on just the left, or if you had both pierced, then you were good. You were clear. Nobody would pick on you in school. Everybody thought it was the shit. If you had just the right ear pierced, meant you was as queer as a $3 bill. Luckily for us, Francis has the left ear pierced. Loving the fit, Francis. Let's take it away.
I have to say, whenever I'm on the sleeper, subconsciously I'm thinking, okay, this is Crewe. This must be Wigan. Even when I'm relatively asleep. Well, there was a very odd, surreal moment where we had paused at Wigan and I woke up to the sound of the southbound Caledonian sleeper passing us with the Class 92's rheostatic cooling fans roaring away. And in my head I thought, have we just arrived into Glasgow? And the loco for some reason is running around, which, you know, isn't really what happens, as far as I know.
Look at how awkward that shit is, bro.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
I love that. He's sitting here talking about all these, like, weird-ass British names. The British, dude, they throw the most, like, every name sounds like it's something out of, like, a fairy tale book here in America. It's like he goes, oh, this one town's called Crow. This one town's called Wiggins. This one's called Sarsaparilla. You know, it all sounds made up. I mean, it sounds ridiculous, the stuff that, and he's talking about all these places, and then he has this awkward ass pause. He's like, that's not really how it happens. You know, it's like, you can edit this shit, man. Like, you can edit these, Francis. You can edit these. This is why me and Francis are the best of friends, is because he doesn't care. He wants to do it live. He wants to do it live. What the fuck was that? Hold up. For those of you just listening at home, my man, as soon as he finishes talking about all those made up fairy tale places that apparently the train supposedly stops at, allegedly. He's talking about all these places. Now he cuts to like a little montage of him, preparing to get off the train. He's getting dressed. He's putting his jacket on. He puts his scarf on because in Britain everybody wears a scarf because it's like it's always raining over there or something like that. I don't know. And then he goes to put on his hat. Now the hat, I don't know if he's got like a whoopee cushion in the hat or what. I think my man might have farted. Watch this. Let's zoom out a little bit. Watch the montage. Listen for the fart. Boom. That's a fart, bro.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
That guy just farted all up in your open house, man. You guys remember that from I Love You, Man? He goes, boom, that's a fart. And he goes, yep, this guy just farted all over your fucking open house. My man Francis, dude, with this hat, dude, farting his ass off before he gets off the train. This is what I'm talking about. You can edit these. This is how true, though, Francis is to the game. Nothing's going to stop this man's stride. You think a little fart? He's sitting in the editing room. This guy just bought a fucking train, bro. He's fucking rich, okay? He doesn't care about the fart. He has a girlfriend who loves him. She loved him before the train, okay? She liked him before he was rich, when he was just a creepy old Brit. Listen for that fart one more time. Got him. Look, and he don't even care.
Some Caledonian sleeper goodies.
Yeah, some snacks, mate. I like my snacks to have a hint of fucking fart, mate. This guy farting his ass off in this goddamn train. Now somebody else has to go in there when he gets off at this stop, and they got a ticket for the sleeper train now, and they have to go in there, and they're like, why does it smell so fucking weird in here? That's why. Because this guy is eating fucking sleeper car treats that have macadamia nuts all in them, and he's farting his ass off.
This may end up being breakfast if I can't source any other food this morning.
Proper breakfast could have been an option on the Caledonian sleeper, but I decided instead to maximise my sleep.
Morning.
Another 400 miles behind 920.
I love that. Watch. He goes, morning. The guy just fucking ignores him. The guy's like, who's this fucking weirdo coming to this fucking train station again? This fucking puff coming through the train station one more time, I swear. This guy comes through here one more again, I'm gonna stab him up, yeah?
Another 400
oh, we missed it. Watch, listen. He goes, morning. The guy's like, fuck you, mate.
Maximise my sleep.
Morning.
The guy don't even look at him. He goes, morning. The guy's like, mate, I'm trying to get to work, mate. I don't have time to talk to a fucking puff like you. A fucking puff walking down the train station in frilly little lace. I think not, mate.
Another 400 miles behind 92020.
Goodness me.
Goodness me.
I wonder if that happened on the journey up.
A quick walk over to...
And this is what's crazy. This is how innocent Francis is. That if you're just listening, he goes, goodness me. It's because the train has like crazy scratches on the front of it, right? What does that mean? How else you get scratches on the front of a train that's locked to a track? Something has to be in front of the track, right? So now my man Francis is so innocent. He doesn't even realize that those scratches are probably from like a car, a van, if you will, filled with all church kids under the age of 14. He doesn't even realize that a whole church van was massacred. And that's where those scratches came from. He's that innocent. He goes, oh, golly me. I wonder what those scratches are from. Did the train bump something?
Up.
A quick walk over to Buchanan Street for the Glasgow subway.
This is a bit more of a clue as to why I'm here in Glasgow.
These are the new Alien vs Predator looking Glasgow subway trains, manufactured by Stadler.
I like that. Give it up for Francis. That was a good joke. See, Francis, he doesn't like the way that the new trains look. He thinks that new modern trains are like boring. They don't have as much character and charisma as the older models do. So this is his way of rebelling against the system. He goes, look at this fucking Alien versus Predator looking fucking train, mate. It sucks.
These are the new Alien vs Predator looking Glasgow subway trains, manufactured by Stadler.
I don't like
They seem
them.
to be nice and efficient, and of course clean, but as with most modern trains, they're severely lacking character, which the older generation had in abundance. Surfacing at Govan, or is it Govan? Govan.
Govin. You hear that? See, this is now, even when he tries to be funny, he's still funny. Govin. And this is what I'm saying. This is what I was saying earlier. Every single name you hear come out of a Brit's mouth. They're like, oh, yeah, you make a right over at Lollipop, and then you go down a bit, and then once you come down to the Brookshire, then you'll make a left over at Gangley Green Way, and then go over to Govin.
Or is it Govan? Govan.
Govin.
The red brick buildings are catching the morning light, and I make my way towards the River Clyde, as I'm waiting for someone to pick me up to take me to a railway depot in Glasgow. Hello. How's it going?
Fine, how are you?
Good, thanks.
That's all. That's his whole ride. He goes, hey, how's it going? The guy's like, fine. Are you getting in or not? I have other stops. And he's like, oh, thanks, mate. Shuts the door. He's like, I think I'll walk from here now, mate. I think I'll actually catch the train.
This is the reason for my trip to Glasgow.
Wait, what is
How
it?
are you?
Good, thanks. This is the reason for my trip to Glasgow. I've bought a Glasgow subway power car. This is power car 107, and it will actually be the last power car on Glasgow subway metals, as it's the last one to be taken away from the depot.
Look at that. Isn't that nice? Look at how excited he is. Look at his face. You'll never see a man more excited than this man right here. And this is the funniest part about this, to me at least, is that this is like the train depot was like, hey, yo, Johnny, we got this old trains, man. We got a line of them. We got to get rid of, mate. What you suggest we do with these? He's like, oh, man, we going to sell them for like a third of the price, mate. Maybe even a quarter. And they're all filled with piss. We sell them as is, mate. We sell them as is. Nobody knows the difference. They got to clean them themselves, mate. No repairs on them. No nothing. So they sold this guy a fucking train filled with piss, filled with everyone's farts and whatever else somebody got stabbed on it a couple times, because in Britain, they don't do guns. Everybody over there is stabbing each other. They're all like Puerto Ricans or something like that. So it's like everyone over there stabbing the fuck out of each other. The train is filled with blood and guts and piss and all sorts of bodily fluids. And they sell it to you as is, mate. And this guy is so excited. Look at him. Look at him. I'm so excited for my train, mate. I'm about to be in tears, mate. Even when he's excited, he sounds like he's about to fall asleep. Look at him. Hey, yo, Francis! Let's give it up for Francis and his train. Look at this guy. This almost makes me jealous seeing this, because like you think about how I think about how many times I played with toy trains when I was a kid. This guy owns a train now. This guy's a fucking man.
Inside, the driver's desk is so satisfying. A retro 1980s backlit instrument cluster and nice rubber-sealed buttons seemed to function perfectly well in 2024, as it did in 1980. The power cars are being shunted around by the resident
Let the autofocus fuck up the whole shot. Don't take a second.
And I couldn't resist some rare haulage. Just to be clear, I'm not driving here. I'm still experiencing rare shunter haulage.
This is extremely...
I love that. You go, just to be clear, I'm not the one driving, mate. In case you was wondering. I know you think that I'm such a train expert that they would let me inside the depot and just let me drive any train model I want. I know you would think that, mate. But that's not quite the situation here. I'm experiencing rare shunter haulage. I don't even know what this guy is saying, dude. He talks about this rare shunter haulage or whatever the fuck it's called, and like we're all supposed to understand what that means. It's like normally in these types of videos they like throw something on the screen where it's like it'll say rare shunter haulage is this, or like while he's in the middle of like his voiceover, the screen will cut over to like maybe an infographic or something like that. Like we usually get explanations for this kind of stuff. You can't just talk about for instance, mate, I'm sitting on the train, I'm experiencing rare shunter haulage. You say this shit like it's sweet, like we're supposed to know. I have no idea what that is.
Resident Clayton battery locomotive.
Let's do it.
And I couldn't resist some rare haulage.
Some rare haulage.
Just to be clear, I'm not driving here. I'm still experiencing rare shunter haulage.
This is extremely rare shunter haulage on the Glasgow subway network.
What is the rare shunter haulage? Where is it? Like I'm being dead serious right now. I'm trying not to get too passionate about this, but with the conflation. But see, I'm being serious. Where is the shunter haulage? What is it? Like he's saying it like we're supposed to know what it is. And then this guy, like, he's filming this on like his iPhone or something, and it's overexposed as a motherfucker. We cannot see what you have going on here, man. Like, I'm actually starting to get upset with Francis about this. What is rare shunter haulage? And I love it though. It's funny. He turns around and he goes, "This is some serious rare shunter haulage." Like it's like the fucking, like it's like the most awesome thing you've ever seen. I have no idea what it even is.
Just to be clear, I'm not driving here. I'm still experiencing rare shunter haulage.
This is extremely rare shunter haulage on the Glasgow subway network.
I love how he says it twice. He goes, "I'm not driving, I'm experiencing rare shunter haulage," and then he cuts over and goes, "This is extremely rare shunter haulage," right?
It feels so bizarre to be sitting in a train that I can call my own now. This was only in service a couple of months ago and would have otherwise have been totally scrapped, ripped to shreds, never to be seen again. And I'm just happy that I'm able to save it. It's nice to be getting hands-on with Power Car 107. In this case, learning how to manually open the doors. After having removed this seat, it smells really badly of piss.
Oh my god! It smells really badly of piss, mate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my face about, 3 to 6 inches away from it, mate. And I'm going to keep my nose and my face right up in that seat. That smells awfully like a lot of piss, mate.
it smells really badly of piss. And it's like old, mature piss.
Old, mature piss. It's not just any piss, mate. It's old, mature piss. And I would know, mate. Because I got tons of old, mature piss at home, mate. A lot of it. Like, a lot of it. I got a lot of old, mature piss at home, mate. Me and my girlfriend, we got so much, so I know exactly what it is, mate.
Mature piss.
Mature piss.
So, my power car 107, is the next one up. And it will be the second to last power car on Glasgow subway metals. I initially thought that it would be the last, but it's now the second to last. I feel a little bit nervous now. It's like it's my baby.
It's his baby.
Absolutely fine, of course.
The train is his baby, dude. This is amazing.
And just like that, power car 107 is on the...
And you have all these other Brits around here, all these actual fucking kidney bean eating fucking scallywags all over here getting real jolly. They're getting real jolly. You know, these are real men. As far as British standards, these motherfuckers will fold against an American, of course. But as far as British standards go, these are actual men. And they got this little ass twink running around here, and he's like, "Oh, mate, my train is up in the air. It's fucking awesome. I'm gonna bring it home, mate."
Back of the J.R. Adams DAF lorry, ready to head to its new home.
That sucks, too. That's all they give him is just that one little link. Like, give him the whole thing. Give him, like, 9 of them. If I was that, I'd be like, if I'm gonna pay for this, I want, like, the whole fucking thing. Like, the whole 1.3 mile stretch. Or kilometers, as they say over there. I want the whole 1.3 kilometer stretch of trains. I want like 7 cars. I don't just want one. It's like a Tic Tac. You can't just have one. You need all of them. Look at this guy back here. Look at this. Look, Francis is so happy right now. He's like, "Mate, this has got me feeling so jolly. I think maybe I won't go home and torture my girlfriend until she falls asleep tonight. I think maybe I might spare her the embarrassment, the torment, and all the pain that I would normally inflict on her on a daily basis. Today was a good..." He goes home, he's like, "Baby, today was a good day." She's like rattled in a cage, like all duct taped and shit. Her mouth completely duct taped shut. She's like squirming around. He's like, "Baby, I went and bought a train today, which means very good news for you. You get to just eat your porridge and go to sleep. We won't play our little games tonight." And he shuts the closet doors. It's got all whips and chains and fucking wrenches and pliers and all sorts of crazy shit. Francis is an actual psychopath. That's not even alleged. I will defame him right now. This is actual defamation. Francis is a murderer. Okay? This is not a joke. This is not parody. Francis Bourgeois might as well be O.J. Simpson. Unless he gets a train. Look at him. He's so happy about this train.
That's it. I'm officially
Watch
a rolling stock owner. And I hope that it marks the start of, hopefully, more rolling stock saving from scrapyard situations.
Watch him. Oh shit! Hey yo!
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Look at his face. Look at how embarrassed he is. Oh no, mate. I almost ate shit on the goddamn sidewalk, mate. They would have been scraping me up like a pole of beans, mate. If I would have fell, mate, they might as well call it quits for me. They would have been scraping my remains up off of the street like a pile of beans, mate. Yo, Prince. This is what I'm talking about. Why don't you do a new take? Why don't you do a new take? For those of you listening, he's talking, he's doing all this shit. He almost trips and completely falls and ends his life right there on YouTube. And if he would have died, he would have left it in. He would have left it in. If he would have died, he would have left it in. He was about to trip, and I don't know. I can't see what's off screen. He could have fallen off of a cliff for all I know. You know, he could have been inches away from total annihilation. I have no idea. I don't see what's out. Just like you guys don't see what's outside of the frame of this. You remember I'm always talking to you guys about my legs, how big they are. They're huge. Like, it's all normal up here. This is all normal. Underneath this table, I have honey boo-boo legs. Okay? It's a lot going on down there, and you don't see it. So I don't know what this guy. He could have tripped and fallen into a black hole, and we would have never fucking heard of him again. I have no idea. But he just leaves it in. It's like, why not just redo the take? If that was me and I did that, I would have called the train guys and been like, turn the train around and bring it back to the depot. We're starting the entire video over again. I'm doing the entire video over again. Bring it back. We're putting it back on the crane. We're bringing it back into the yard. I'm going to pretend to drive it again. I'm going to take up your whole entire day off of this. If that was me, I tripped like that. I would start the entire video from scratch. This guy leaves it in. And this is why we love him. Watch this one more time. We can end this.
Marks the start of, hopefully, more rolling stock saving from scrapyard situations.
Oh, mate.
Need to remember I'm wearing heavy steel toe caps.
Look, and that's what he says. Oh, I just remembered. I'm wearing heavy steel toe caps, mate. Give it up for Francis. Look at that guy. Look at him, dude. I forgot I'm wearing steel toe caps, mate. So I completely lose my hand-eye coordination as soon as I put on those steel toe caps, mate. It's like when you put socks on a kitten. They completely lose their way, mate. And that's what I've done. I've lost my way. Just give it up for Francis.
And hold my fart like a bong rip.